Hello folks, Maurice here again. I'm getting ready to put this together. I went ahead and I put the tiller back on the box at the base of that box right there that you see. It'll just help in holding that steady when I put everything together. So they do suggest doing that. So let's get started. Okay, so what you want to do first is find the two, I'm going to call them the end of the legs that go onto the tiller body itself down here. You want to grab this and then get your two carriage bolts with that little plate that comes in there. It's a curved little plate. Let me show you the other one. With this plate here, it's kind of got a curve to it, like a U almost. And you take the longer 3-inch bolts, you stick them in, and then you take your other one, your left side, and you put those together. I don't know if you're catching this or not. You just go ahead and set that in there. Put your other plate on the other side, and you want to just lightly fasten the nut. They call it a locking nut, but it's not a locking nut. It's just a regular nut. And I can't remember what size these are, so I will step off camera real quick and figure out what size these nuts are real quick. Give me one quick second here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so they are in standard. It's going to be a 7/16, or in metric, it's going to be an 11 millimeter. And I grabbed one of each just so I can put these on quicker. And I got I use I like the ratcheting ones. Those are a lot handier. I have problems with my hands. I got carpal tunnel pretty bad, so I use them to be a little bit ease with my hands. Actually, I'm gonna undo this first bolt so I can slide this onto this base. There's a little groove right here on both sides. That's where these arms slide into. So you want to slide these in like so. Go all the way forward as far as you can, so that bolt can't go forward anymore. See, this makes it a lot easier with that box. I'm going to switch sides here and just go to the front of the tiller. I'm going to insert the other bolt, 30-inch bolt. So this goes through here, and the other side. I have to wiggle it a little bit. Through. Okay. I'm not sure these are the right size bolts. They seem to they act like they don't want to go on, but so I have to be patient. Okay, let's see if we can tighten these up the way they have it. Let's see. Tightening the first one first. I'm not going to tighten it all the way. I just want to see how it spreads those handles apart. you gotta have enough room. You gotta leave enough room for this here, for the handles, for this to go onto. And you also gotta put this on as well. This is your carry handle. This will slide onto these poles here. In fact, I could do that right now probably. I'll just let that lay there until I get this bolted in. A little loose, just so we can have some room to play with. So walk back to the other side real quick. And do this side here. That. I don't know how far this handle goes down. Okay, so after that you want to take your handles here, your trigger handle, depending on which side you're going to put it on. I'm going to leave mine over here, but I want to put this wire in front there just so it has something to resist a little bit. And does it let me? Nope. So actually this has to come up this way. This has to be to the right of the machine. And this is going to take your bolt, leg bolt with the square end on the head, just below the head there. That's going to go here. Push that through. Then you want to take your T-handle, your little T-nut, put that in. Do this for both sides. This is kind of where the machine starts to get awkward in this little box, I think, because this is kind of heavy. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, look at that, so far it's staying. So, and they made this so you can fold these handles down or forward if you want, depending on if you want to put it in the trunk of a car or whatever. Let me get this bolt here. Okay. Same procedure for the other side. This isn't showing up all the way, I'm sorry, but you get the gist of it. It's fairly simple, it's not really rocket science or anything. You just gotta have a little common sense when putting this stuff together. If you question anything, always look at the directions, or as I like to call them, destructions instead of instructions. Instructions are your friend. They're good to have around, and they do help out when you get in a little bit of a pinch. So, I'm going to check the camera real quick, make sure this is the, yeah, see now it's going to, I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. Let's see what the blue looks like here. Yeah, you can see the whole thing. So that's basically how you want to set it up. Let me take the camera off my stand here and get a little close up of this. So when you do these bolts here, these plates here, see that metal plate right there? It's kind of got like a half a U on it. And the 3-inch bolts, make sure it looks like that on the opposite side as well. That seems really close together. I might have to, well, that's what it calls for, I guess, but I kind of don't like the way that's looking. But anyway, that's pretty much it, except for putting the this plate on here. See how much space there is? I don't get that. There's way too much space here. So I don't know what's going on up here. So I'm going to have to unbolt this. See, that's lined up perfectly though. I don't understand why they would do that. Fuel tank always goes in the back or on the side. That's right. I'm just going over my steps here. See now, this is not going to fit here. See how much space there is? That doesn't make any sense. All right, so I'm going to leave that off, I think. All right, I'm going to pause this video and figure out what's going on with this, then I'll be back. Okay, so we're going to continue. I know what I did wrong there. Didn't do anything wrong really, I just forgot to slide this carry handle. It's supposed to be slid down. And once you do that, you can go ahead and put your Mantis plate on. Let's move this a little bit here. And that's going to be your next bolt. These are about 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch bolts with your, they call them locking nuts. Let's see, put this in there. On the way to go. And just for the aesthetics of things, probably a good idea just to have the head part of the bolt instead of the nuts sticking out from the outside. Yeah, butterfingers. Slide this over here more. So yeah, this not too bad so far. Get that one started. This is my problem I got. When I handle these small nuts and bolts like this, it's hard for me to get them to go on because I don't feel my fingertips. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so do this. Tighten this bad boy up. And these don't have to be extremely tight. Just enough to hold. Okay. Alright, so then we got this here. Alright, so then you got a little clip here for your cable. You want to put that up here. One goes there. And another one goes here. Well, this is where I'm going to put mine here, down here, because that looks really flimsy right there. And what I'll probably eventually do is take some more of this electrical conduit stuff here and run it up to here to cover the electrical, because that doesn't look good to me. They should have had that covered. Or I'll just tape it real nice, make it look real nice. I'm just taping it. Alright, well, that's almost it. Let's get this thing out of the box here. And I'll show you how to put the tines on. And those seem really simple to do. Put this back off. Here they suggest to tip it on its side. And make sure you guys are still in the camera view. Can't tell. I will do this here and move this up forward more, and I'll tip it down for you. So, straighten up my camera a little bit. Yep. Okay, so you want, when you put these on, just kind of a recess. See where it's, see if you're looking at it. See how that's got like a half, it's like keyed, it's like a channel you can see in there. See, this is flat here. The other side is completely round. You want that to go on the inside. So this is going to be a, remember I told you can reverse these? So if you go to reverse them, you'll actually have to take each side off and then switch them around so that if you want it to dig like this one's going to be, or this way, which would be the opposite side, that's what you want. So I will put this on this way, the correct way from, then you take your little tiny cotter pin. I might change these and upgrade these because I don't like the way these look. Okay, flip it over to the opposite side. Same thing, make sure you can kind of see this kind of protrudes out right here from this, from the out. This is the side that will face out. And this bearing here goes in, so this will go like this. And your other cotter pin. And just pop it in there. Yeah, I don't like the way these are, but I'll probably upgrade the pins a little bit just to have something a little more stout. And be careful when you set it down. There's your tiller, cultivator. Okay, I'm not going to do a start engine or anything. I'm just going to do the assembly of it. It's brand new. I just got it, so there shouldn't be any problems. Let me go over a couple things here, because there is you have a primer bulb. Once you get it, the mixed fuel, you have to mix your fuel. It is, let's see, 1 gallon is, you have to mix it with the oil. This is 2.6 fluid ounces, or 0.077 liters. Let's stick with ounces. 2.6 fluid ounces to 1 gallon of gasoline. So I use a 5 gallon. I think I actually have mixed fuel already from my steel equipment, my weed eaters and stuff like that. So I'll just use that gas to put gas in there, and instead of mixing that stuff, I'll just keep that on my shelf. But other than that, it looks pretty simple. You got your high-low, your choke, you pull out. It pulls out. You push it in once it's running. And you can adjust your high idle and your low idle. Right there. And then your throttle is this screw here. That's what the T is for. Throttle, high, low, and your choke. So, simple little engine. And then always, some people say press the bulb 3 times once you first fuel it up and there hasn't been any gas in anything, or if you're running out of fuel. I usually give it a good 5 to 10, somewhere in there, usually like 7 actually, just to make sure that that's getting fuel into that little carburetor. But other than that, that's it. It's pretty simple. I'm going to go find some dirt I can play with. I'm going to load this up on my my side-by-side and go check it out, see how it works. Alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. See ya.